I'm back.
From outer space.
No, I didn't go to outer space, but I'm feeling a lot better.
Good.
So I went away for a week.
Where'd you go?
Did you miss me?
Of course. Of course. Where'd you go?
So I went down south. I flew into New Orleans.
Okay.
And then drove over to Alabama.
Nice.
So I had a little southern week going on.
Look at that.
Did you do anything last week? You were hanging out with Frankie.
I was with Frankie.
A few days you kept him company.
Well, you left. I had to, do some
fill
cooking. There you go. I put my nice little dress on and I walked around the house.
It's so stupid.
Well, how'd you enjoy the trip?
No, it was really nice. Actually, the weather was cold. Not
Really?
for nothing. Yeah, it was colder than normal.
What was it rough? Like, what was the temperature?
It was freezing at nighttime. I didn't even bring my coat, and I wish I had it. We actually went to a parade for Mardi Gras, and we were freezing.
You were there for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, they had a parade there. It was more family oriented. It wasn't like a wild bees. They had bees, but
Right.
no flashing going on.
Okay.
But it was so cold. Like my cousin was like handing out gloves and hand warmers. We had them in our pockets. I was like shoving in the gloves, like in my kids, like the hand warmers.
Yeah.
So it was colder.
I never thought that it would get that kind of cold down there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this cold front like took over the United States for a little while, and
Sure.
it just hit everybody.
All right, so.
But other than the weather, like it was so much fun. The food was good. We had a good time.
I saw that you went to a few places. I definitely want to know.
I did. So in when I hit New Orleans, I really wanted to go to Cafe Du Monde. I wanted their beignets. Like that was my plan.
Okay.
The line
Oh, yeah.
was like freaking. I can't even tell me. There were so many people. I just freaking didn't even know where the line ended.
Right.
It was like that bad, and I'm like, all right, that's not gonna happen. But we ended up going somewhere else. It was like a brunch grill place. So they had beignets there. Their beignets were okay. Because I'm sure the other place would have been a lot better because that's what they're known for.
Right.
But do you know what I had there? That was delicious.
What'd you have?
Fried green tomatoes.
Okay.
So damn good.
I'm not a fan.
You've had them,
I've
though?
had them. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I'm not a big, like, tomato. I mean, I'm a big sauce person, but I'm
How
not a big
did you
tomato.
have them? Let me ask you that.
So they were dried out, obviously. The red tomato. The red dried, and they had they were like stuffed, almost like breadcrumbed filled.
Okay. I think maybe you had them wrong.
I might have.
I think that's what it is.
I might have. I just don't like the tomato themselves.
They have to be green. Number one, green
Okay.
tomatoes. But they are breaded and fried.
Okay.
So depending on the place, their breading is different. But this place, I think it was called the Ruby Slipper.
Okay.
Their sauce on top, oh my God.
Killed the hell out of it,
Like
right?
it just like put the cherry on top. It made
Nice.
it that much better.
I'm willing
So
to try
good.
it again. I'm willing to
Where
try it
in
again.
fact I went somewhere else,
Yeah.
had them again, and I was like,
It wasn't. So you had
because I loved it over there.
Hold on. So you actually went to two places and had a comparison. So you're not just saying,
because
"Oh, this is just good everywhere."
Because I was able to compare it.
Okay, that's fine.
But that sauce
The
was
first thing that you
spot
said
on.
that you went to go look for, what is that?
Cafe Du Monde. Now they are known for their beignets. You
And
know what a
what's-
beignet is?
So tell me if I'm wrong. Is it basically a zeppoli, like how we have
Pretty
it here?
much. It's like an Italian zeppoli.
Okay.
But theirs is more like a square, a larger square,
Okay.
pillowy, deep fried
Sure.
dough.
Is it filled or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And tons of powdered sugar on top.
Okay.
So I really wanted theirs. I didn't get to have theirs. But then while I was like kind of going to like a few shops in New Orleans, I found the box mix of, I don't know if it'll be the same, but it's their brand.
Sure.
Give it a try.
And how
So
was
I
it?
bought them. No, I didn't make them yet.
you
I
didn't make 'em
wanted to
yet.
do it when I got back
Oh,
home.
okay.
So I'll do that soon.
All
but
right. Did anyone while they were out there have the banana Foster?
no. Is that big
It's
down
big
there?
It's big down there. I've never had it. I've seen it.
That's the bananas hot with the
I
flame
believe
going,
so. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I
It
thought
looks really good. I
would
didn't
love it if
know. If
somebody
I would have
tried
known,
it.
I would have. I was like
Yeah.
looking out for the beignets. So.
No, of course. Yeah. No, I got you. But no, I
Yeah.
would definitely, if I ever make my way down there, Don't know if that's ever
what
going to
you're
happen.
going to look out for.
I'm the first place I'm going to look for.
You know what my mom was looking out for? Again, it didn't happen. The muffaletta sandwich.
Yes.
Oh my God, she wanted to go for that so bad. But you know what our problem was? That we were driving. So parking was, it's like Times Square over there.
Over New Orleans?
No, in that area.
Oh, just in that area.
So it was like Times Square. It was so hectic, so many people. Then we had to park the car, and wherever we found somewhere to park it, it wasn't close to anything. Then you had to do a lot of walking. I had my kids, for my mom, she can't do that much walking. So it just didn't work out, but she really wanted to try that because that looks delicious, the muffaletta sandwich with all the cold cuts in there and everything.
Because I heard like the muffaletta that we have here are not the same. It's basically
our muffaletta is different. It's like big bread, but simple. Olive oil, a little anchovies.
So it's like you could kind of say, because when I went to Sicily, we had pane cunzato. And pane cunzato has the anchovies, the olive oil, the tomatoes. I had all that stuff in the sandwich.
At home, we make pane cunzato like on a loaf of bread.
Well, over here on the long loaf, over there, and so when I went, they did the round.
Bread.
They went the round route.
Okay, that's the right way.
That's the right way because there's literally a stand called that they would say pane cunzato.
Okay.
So it's like they had the cheese,
on that big round bread.
The round one.
Then that's the right one. Yeah.
No, but we have no choice here. We get.
I know. Sometimes you just like on a Sunday. Oh, let me just make it, and you do it on the loaf of bread. You know what,
man? We could, always do semolina bread and just make it round, and then we could do the pane cunzato that way. That's not a problem. So tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, the mozzarella, even not mozzarella. They had they did shavings of like pecorino romano in it, and then the anchovies, and then the olive oil, salt, black pepper, and then I think they put mortadella. I think in it, and they put different kinds of cuts.
I have a family member. They make muffaletta every year.
Okay.
And
in Jersey,
in
right?
Jersey, yes. Yeah. So they do keep it plain and simple.
Okay.
Olive oil, like you said, the anchovies, salt, pepper, a little oregano. That is it.
That's it.
Then also she always has ricotta.
Okay.
And broccoli rabe.
Okay.
And then you have other people that want to throw coconuts in there. I mean, you can freaking do whatever the hell you want in it.
Bologna
Make a sandwich out of anything. But she does do the ricotta and broccoli rabe too.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways to eat.
Right. No, definitely. So keep going. So tell me, what else did you get covered in New Orleans?
So we did that. Then when we drove over to Alabama, my cousins took me, or my family, to Jimmy Buffett's sister, Lucy Buffett. She has a restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't even know
Oh my God, this restaurant is so good. Besides the food being so good, like it's a great layout the way they have it because like you have the restaurant, it's by the water. And then outside, like they have a shop like to buy, right? Souvenirs and stuff. And then on the other side, like they have an area of all sand where kids could play.
Oh, that's cool.
There's another area with like a stage. So I guess they do music too, which is
Whenever
cool.
Jimmy wants to go by there. And,
I know, right? When he wants to pay his sister a visit. And then there's another side where like, I don't even know how the hell to explain it. Like a whole, what do you like an area where you can like climb and do stuff
like rock
not
wall?
a wall, but like ropes and then walk across it, like activity stuff.
Okay.
But for adults.
Oh wow! So it's
like,
it's a jungle gym for
it's like
adults.
not a gym, but
a jungle gym like you would see at the park.
Yeah, and adults are. I'm like, I would never climb up there and do these damn
Some
things.
people
but
would.
I mean, there's so many aspects.
And what did you have to eat there? I'm kind of curious what the menu looks like.
A huge menu.
I'm sure.
So many, and then so much on seafood because that's what the South is known for. They're on the coast with water and
crawfish. They have shrimp,
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I do love seafood.
Yeah.
But I ordered the shrimp tacos from there.
Okay.
Delicious.
You always go with it.
I am a safe route person. I know what I've said this to you. I know what I know and I know what I like, and I'm not going to go on a different route.
Okay. Did they offer a boil? Do they do boils?
I did not see a boil. They did. Actually, my uncle ordered a po' boy.
Okay.
Po' boy sandwiches.
Cool. Nice.
He said that was delicious.
I'm sure.
I love my shrimp tacos. They were delicious. But yeah, oh my God, the food was so good there.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then how did Alabama go?
Then the rest of the week we did the Mardi Gras parade.
Oh, right.
Which was really cool. My kids loved it. So they had so many floats, all decorated and everything. And it was like ironic. I didn't really pay attention to it, but when we got home and we were talking about it, they were all women on the floats.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it was like, because there was a lot of schools there, cheerleaders, band, there was a lot of groups there. So I don't know if it was like, because it was like all schools and organizations that it was all women, but they have so many different types of parades. But this one was, I guess, just generated by the women on the floats. It was like really cool.
I heard there's a lot of, like they do
there's so many
lot
different
of parades.
types.
Like
Yeah. But this family one was really nice. It was perfectly done. The floats, there were so many floats, all colorful, vibrant music blasting.
Mm-hmm.
The things they threw.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when we left the house, my cousin was bringing all these bags. I'm like, well, what are we doing with all these bags? No, for the stuff we're catching. For the, I'm like, what do you?
Stuff you're
catching? It's beads. Like, come on. Like, they're throwing beads at us. Okay. Like, and you just give them, no.
What were they throwing at you?
You name it, they threw it.
What do you mean you name it, they threw it?
Okay. So we had these big bags, right? I'm like, all right, give me one, right? And I'm like holding it here while my kids are like, and like, whatever. Beads, right?
All right.
The common. Plastic cups that said Mardi Gras on it. Like, whatever. Nice. Like those cups, whatever. Right. And it said Mardi Gras on it, whatever. Stuffed animals. Little ones. Big ones. My cousin's son caught an alligator the size of the damn sofa.
Wow.
Okay? And so that. Hula hoops. My kids, I swear to God, I wanted to bring these hula hoops home with me. I'm like, how the hell am I going to do this on the plane, right? Beautiful hula hoops, like so nicely decorated of Mardi Gras. Like that Fleur de Lis symbol. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that symbol of like Mardi Gras. All over the hula hoop. Another one said Mardi Gras all over it.
Wow. With
the colors of the purple, the gold, the green.
They're very heavy with those
colors. So I left those behind, the hula hoops. Ramen noodle packets.
Awesome.
Top
ramen? Top ramen?
Yeah. I was like, they're throwing ramen noodles. She's like, yeah, they all do. Mm-hmm. Throwing ramen noodle. There was another thing going on because my daughter caught a styrofoam brick. It was styrofoam, so it was soft. But they threw it, so I was like talking to my cousin, and he's like, yeah, because they had something going on with the city of Mobile, so I guess that had to do with that. Maybe they supported it or whatnot. Okay. I don't know. Styrofoam bricks were being thrown. I swear to God, we all got hit in the head. Like, I can't even, like, you had to dodge these things because you got smacked in the head.
That's hilarious.
Like, they're throwing them, and if you're not paying attention,
you're going to get domed.
Boom, right in your head. So, we brought home, like, I can't even tell you how many bags of stuff. Crayons, stuffed animals, so many things.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Moon pies. They're so big on moon pies down south. Really? We have like 3 different varieties. The banana, the chocolate, and the blueberry. Mm-hmm. So those we caught so many of. So much.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. My kids had a great time.
You know what it is? We got to go, but we got to go get like what would be staples there. We're talking about gumbo, jambalaya.
They're true Southern food.
I will have a problem with one of their dishes, which would be the gumbo.
Okay.
And there's a reason why.
Why?
They use a particular vegetable that I don't think I could stomach.
What vegetable? So now I don't know a lot about gumbo. Never had it. Never made it.
I've never made it. I made a very poor man's ghetto gumbo.
It was a start.
A start. It's like, listen, I just wanted to get the feel of it.
Right.
And don't get me wrong. I was missing a butt ton of components. I'm very well aware. I wanted to do like a one pan meal.
Because it's like a sausage or
I use kielbasa. I think that's basically what
and
they
shrimp.
use. Yes. So I didn't have the shrimp.
Yeah, so you were missing the seafood aspect.
I'm more likely, it was more towards, I was trying to do more of a jambalaya than I did a gumbo. Again, I'm going to tell you what's in gumbo.
And jambalaya is spicy.
It can be spicy, yes.
Okay.
The problem I have with gumbo is they use one thing and that would be okra. I can't. And I'll tell you why, too. My
cousin, again, she's from there, grew up there.
Yeah.
They love okra. She loves it.
I can't.
I've never tasted it, so I don't even know what flavor it has. What does it taste like?
I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. When it's cooked, it's slimy.
Cooked is slimy?
So in gumbo, the reason they use okra in gumbo is because they use that not only for the flavor, which I'm sure the flavor is fine, they use it because the sliminess from the okra when it's cooked is what thickens the gumbo. That's the thickener that they would use. How we would use tomato paste, right? Or how we would use cornstarch or whatever it is. They use okra in their gumbo. You lost me. Like, I can't make it without it.
Have you ever tasted it?
Once, long time ago. All I know is, you ever heard genetically back in the day, like your ancestors, when you would get nervous about something, they say that was something that your past remembers. So now that's no. Okay, I don't remember when I ate it, but when I saw it, I said, nope, I'm good.
So whatever it was
back in my past, it said, no good. Stop it right there. My father would eat okra once in a while, and even then, I'm looking at this, and I can't, no, I won't do it. But that's why I think I'm more of a jambalaya than I am a...
So you don't think you can make the gumbo without the okra?
I think that's a very important component because that's the one item that truly sticks out when you're reading recipes, when you're looking at these people who are doing it. The one thing that sticks out.
You probably read that word and red flag.
Oh, no, I read that and said, yep. No, but that's a very major component in gumbo is the okra. And I get why. Like I
always thought it was the sausage and the seafood. But I guess that goes with it.
But again, jambalaya would be more of that. The beans, the sausage, the seafood. But this gumbo is more, I think the closest thing that we can come to is a very thick stew.
Yeah.
Rice, everything is rice-based. Because remember, both of those dishes are West African. So those are what they brought over. And they also have their rice and red beans and stuff like that. I remember the Zazaran commercials we used to say?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So they have all that. But I'm definitely I could see myself being more of a jambalaya fan than a gumbo. But the way gumbo looks, you're like, I want to try it. But the fact that I know what's in it stops me. And I'm upset about that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've never had it. Now I want to have it.
I'm telling you,
because I'm curious what the flavors are that comes through.
I got to find the right way to prepare it.
But I understand what you're saying because do you know what turns my stomach?
Go ahead.
And I think you like this.
Okay.
Water chestnuts.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They have...
Scaffia?
Why?
I can't even tell you.
They're crunchy. They're crunchy.
Get the hell out of here. What freaking crunch? The flavor that comes through. I don't like it.
But okay, so...
I don't know.
Can you describe it? Can you describe that flavor? That's never... With you, it's never a flavor.
Like you said, mentally, I'm like scarred right here. Okay. And I did the sign of the cross. I said never again.
All right, I get it. But we also... So... I did something that was like a one pan kind of like jambalaya, but
okay, yeah. So you tried making it. So explain it to me
before somebody shoots me because I know it's not that. But I did like this one pan thing. So basically, I got I diced up mushroom because they were going bad. I had to use them. So mushroom, onion, sautéed. I used butter, a little bit of olive oil. And then when those were almost done, I actually had kielbasa sliced up. I threw that in, I know that
kielbasa is really good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yes.
It's awesome. I wanted to get enough cooked time. I know they're cooked. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I throw them in there because I like them.
Well, you want to heat it through when you want the flavors to like incorporate with the kielbasa. So the good part
is about the mushrooms is that, so when that was all done, I threw a cup of rice in, raw, rice. I washed it, made sure there was no starches in it. And then when I added chicken broth, but enough to where
you need it for the rice to cook. Yeah.
Right. Put it on, and it was funny too because as I tasted it, it tasted kind of like my risotto. Without using that kind of rice and without the process, it still kind of tasted it because I tasted like the smooth of the butter. I tasted the mushroom flavor.
Okay.
From adding the broth because it kind of like cooked it in, and it was just regular. It was just rice, mushrooms, and kielbasa sausage. It was a one pan meal. It was. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, and then I'll probably end up recording it.
You gotta feel for the dish, right? And now you could do with those.
And what I'm gonna end up probably doing is removing the mushroom portion, and then I'll replace it with shrimp.
Yeah, of course.
And then I'll make it. I'm gonna look to see what I can do to make it my own. Like it's not gonna be a true jambalaya, just 100%. It's not gonna be that. But I want to pull as much stuff as from there as like I want to see the seasonings
right,
that they would use. Just try to play with it because I know that they use like that that allspice, not allspice, Old Bay.
That's really good with seafood.
Oh no, 100. Again, it's not something that I normally would eat, so I would definitely want to try it. Like go down that route of trying something like that. But
so going down south. That's what you would definitely order.
It has to, and I will. And by the way, just because I won't make it here doesn't mean I won't go down there and try it. I'll try the
true way, correct.
You have to, even if I don't like it. I will order a gumbo. I will order the jambalaya. I will, and just because I know me and you will go absolute ham on it. We got to order the boil. We have to get the
I love
seafood boil.
All the foods that are in a boil
in the bag that they open up because. Listen, when I went to go visit my brother when he was living in California. There was this place called Crab Hut, and I'm like, I don't know.
So you ordered it at a restaurant.
The boil.
The boil, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And he would go nuts for this place.
Because I've seen when they make it here, like then they pour it on paper towels.
No.
Not paper towels. What am I talking about? Newspapers.
You got corn, your potatoes. It's very saucy. Right, then you got your and depending on which one they add, the lobster, shrimp, the whole nine.
Yes,
so good.
But going with seafood, have you ever had crawfish?
I've wanted to try it. I heard
that's really good.
There's a very distinct flavor to that. It's a very
well, it's their spices that they use.
Yeah, but also themselves, it's like. They're very soft on the inside. It's not like a shrimp. I heard it's not like a
different.
shrimp.
Yeah.
I haven't
But that was really good too. I didn't have it this time, but years ago when they went previously, they made a pot of it. We went over somebody's house. I don't remember if it was like a friend or a family member of my cousin's, and they made a big pot. And it was delicious. It really was.
Well, I don't think crawfish is a shellfish that you pull from the sea. That's something that you pull from like a pond. I
couldn't tell you. I have no idea. All I know it tastes good.
That's fine. What was the consistency of it? Was it more like a shrimp? Was it like
I had it years ago?
So you don't remember?
I can't really remember, but I would relate it to that.
Okay, that's kind of like in my head how I
right.
Because I remember they're not pulling anything out. They suck on
it. Yes. Yeah, so, you break it apart and then
so now in my
you're
head,
sucking on it.
Right, but now the consistency, am I pulling out what would look like a shrimp or am I
really can't even remember.
We gotta try these things.
It's been that long, like a really long time since I've been there.
Well, I want to make my way down there and take a look. What, did you have the world's famous king cake?
Well, yes, because you can't
go without having it. You have to
finish with dessert.
We used to get it delivered. This guy at my old job, he goes down there a whole lot. His sister worked down there or whatever. And every year he would get a king cake ordered and sent. And I'm like, first of all, how the hell did you get it sent here and it's not messed up? That was shock number one. But it was actually really good. Tell me about the king cake down there. It is really good.
And I didn't realize there was so many flavors.
Oh, yeah.
I would think a basic cake,
right?
With the way they look, right? With all the sugar on it and the colors, and then the baby. But apparently there's so many flavors.
Yeah.
So we had the cream cheese. It was really good. It was delicious. It was really good. But there's also a cinnamon. There was a lot of flavors, which I didn't realize. But we had the cream cheese.
So explain, like the king cake. What is? What would be most?
I feel like it's like a Danish.
Yes.
Is that correct?
The consistency
like,
of a Danish.
That?
Yes, like
I
a
feel
puff,
like it's
like
a
puff
Danish
pastry almost, right?
Yeah, like a Danish.
Okay.
Not a flaky puff pastry.
No,
right.
like a
but
dense
like
one.
Yes, a more dense of a Danish.
Right.
And
or how's this one? Cinnamon roll?
yes. If
like
you
a
have
cinnamon
more
roll because it's like a dough,
flavors.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's along those lines.
Right.
Let's say that.
And it comes in a circle.
It's in a circle.
Right.
And then it's topped with the sugar, colored sugar.
Right.
Purple, green, and gold, the colors of Mardi Gras.
Right.
And actually, it's for Mardi Gras, but Fat Tuesday, which is this year's March 4th.
Okay.
And I didn't realize Fat Tuesday is always the day before Ash Wednesday, before Lent.
Why is it?
It ties together.
That's just how it is.
And it's because Fat Tuesday, because Lent, you're giving up food, right?
So the day before, you call it Fat Tuesday.
It's Fat Tuesday because you're indulging on all this crap.
I like that.
Which I was like, huh.
That's very intuitive.
There's a logic to everything of how it ties together.
Nice. And you said baby.
You never saw the plastic baby?
I've seen it.
Right. So the baby, it's supposed to be hidden inside the cake.
Right.
And whoever gets it, one, you get good luck for the year. And second, you got to buy the cake for next year.
Oh, is that how that goes?
Yeah. But today, I guess everyone's so sensitive and it's a choking hazard and everybody's offended. I'm like, why is this baby floating around on top? Oh, because it's a choking hazard. So now they have to visibly place the baby.
Which defeats the purpose.
So you know what? Everybody gets good luck for the cake. Whoever eats it. So that's what I'm going to say. But it was really good and we enjoyed it.
And it sounds like you had like a good mix of food.
It was
there.
a nice week away. We got to visit family. We had really good food. I learned I love fried green tomatoes. But I really want to figure out that damn sauce. Because that's what did it for me.
It was the sauce.
Because they had the fried green tomatoes somewhere else. And they had a different sauce. And I was like, eh. So I really want to figure out that other sauce.
Okay. That sounds like a good trip. Well, I got to go down there eventually. I got to take a look because there's a big Italian culture down there too. So we got to go down there and really, like, there's like their own little Italy that's there. It's very big. And the food there is, from what I've been told, is authentic as it gets.
I think us Italians, like, we migrated everywhere.
We really did.
And, like, made a great community wherever the hell we all ended up.
Listen, the Little Italy in Manhattan, that's shrinking down to nothing, but there's other places that it stayed the same.
Yeah.
So, all right, well.
It was a lot of fun.
That was a cool trip.
I'm, like, full just talking about everything.
Oh, man, that's good. So we're good now.
All right, till next time.
Yep.